Hey everyone, welcome to another Mage Academy, well, Rennites Academy for the Mage School. It came to my attention that we needed to talk about Mana Deflector and the different levels and the roles that it plays in trying to be a mage. And I have, of course, my assistant Xiao here with me. Thank you, Xiao. For those of you who are wondering, it was supposed to be a joke. I'm not always going to remain a girl, just like Xiao is not always going to remain a boy. As amusing as it would be. Alright, so I'll give you demonstrations and a talk through on each one of the different levels one at a time. And obviously there are 3 levels plus a pseudo level that happens when the opponent does not actually have Mana Deflector, but they are using a shield and have used defense. And when they do that, it acts about the same as level 2. Alright, enjoy! Alright, so here we have some werewolf. Well, we have a werewolf. They have level 1 Mana Deflector, which is not going to reduce any amount of damage, although what it is going to do is it's going to cause it so that when you use something like Lightning Bolt or Ice Bolt, their knockdown gauge is not going to be filled at all. So they will be stunned, but they're not going to ever get knocked down. So if Xiao here charges like 2 charges of Lightning Bolt, which would normally knock down a creature. See, he didn't get knocked down, though he did get stunned. But notice the other thing about level 1 Mana Deflector, when she gets to it, is that she is still able to use Ice Spear on it, and he will still get frozen. The same goes for Thunder. The stun lasts for Thunder when they have level 1 Mana Deflector. Now, there's no sort of indication other than the fact that they don't get knocked down at all by Ice Bolt and Lightning Bolt that they have level 1 Mana Deflector. So there's not that much you need to worry about from level 1 as long as you're using intermediate or advanced level magic, or Firebolt or Fusion Bolt with Firebolt. And so we'll progress on to level 2. Alright, here we have some Cactus Lizards, the Unknown. These guys have level 2 Mana Deflector, and the obvious signs for Mana Deflector are the fact that they're going to glow blue and have that metallic sound. They're not going to wait for you to, they're not going to be delayed at all, but it's still going to do a decent amount of well, quote unquote decent amount of damage, depending on the particular monster. The reduction of damage from Mana Deflector level 2 is anywhere from like 10 to 70%. I don't know what the exact number on these guys are, but these things that have level 2, you don't want to use Thunder on, and this is because they automatically aggro when you first hit them. So if Xiao uses it on one of them, go ahead, Xiao. They automatically start running at her, and she was lucky that she had enough charges to still kill them. But they were able to automatically come at her, and whenever that happens, you just don't have enough time to charge more Thunder or anything. Now, the other side to that is that you could use something like Ice Spear, because they don't automatically accrue aggro in that first instance when you use Ice Spear on them. Even though they're not frozen, they still take a good amount of damage, but they don't aggro you, which is the important part, so they don't come at you. You can go ahead and use that. So, see, they're still moving around. If they had aggroed her, that would actually really hurt. And, oh, I'm going to have to... And see how much less damage I'm doing here than normal? 900 damage compared to like 3,000. So these guys actually have a decent amount that they're chunking off here. So whenever you come across something that's doing level 2, stop. For certain, stop using Thunder. And if you can't kill them with Ice Spear, stop using Ice Spear also. If you have to, switch over to something like Fusion Bolt using Firebolt, or just my default is always best friend is Chain Cast for Fire Wand, because you can just spam that on them. But a very viable option, provided you have the time to charge it, is the Fusion Bolt with Firebolt. Particularly if you're using Firebolt with Lightning Bolt, because it's so powerful as a single charge thing. Obviously Firebolt and Hailstorm can still do a good amount of damage to them, but for the most part you're going to want to start looking at other options than magic. You're going to want to stop using Thunder, and you're going to stop using Ice Spear if you can't kill them in a single hit. And yeah, so that is level 2. And now we'll go on to level 3. Alright, the prime example of Mana Deflector level 3 are zombies. You see all the telltale signs, they glow blue, you have that metallic effect when you hit them with magic, like Xiao is doing. It doesn't stun them at all, they just keep coming, they don't knock them back. Now, skills that normally knock back, they still knock back. I can still force them back, although the damage is always going to be 1, so it's not at all a viable solution for trying to kill things. Now, if Xiao, so like Firebolt, thank you Xiao, is still going to knock them down. If she uses Fusion Bolt with Firebolt, so if you use Firebolt and Ice, that will still knock them down. So you got knocked down. If she uses Ice Spear, they don't get frozen, just like level 2. Although, just like level 2, they still get knocked back on that explosion, although it's still just 1 damage. And the same goes for Thunder. But notice how she just used Ice and Lightning Bolt. That would not knock them down either. Now, it's important to note that, so the last strike of Thunder will knock them down, but all the other strikes won't. So if she used 2 charges of Lightning Bolt, or I mean of Thunder, sorry. I'm sorry, Xiao. 2 charges. The first bolt will strike, but only the last one will knock them down. Get that in there. And run. Right, but they all got knocked down. So, that pretty well explains level 3 Mana Deflector. If they have it, stop using magic. You need to hit them with something else. It's pretty obvious when they have it, because they do 1 damage, they glow blue, they're not stunned. It's all obvious. So yeah, thanks for watching. Xiao is dancing. Do you want to say bye this time, Xiao?
Bye-bye.
Alright, thanks guys.